Hi Vanessa, how are you?
Hello, teacher. How are you? Congratulations, teacher.
I feel disappointed because I have
Tell us,
lost.
teacher. Tell us, tell us.
Because I have lost, Vanessa, I have lost it. Although I have taken a good level with my speaking and writing tasks, I have lost the reading activities that were
I
very,
really, yes.
yes, because that there were a lot of difficult words that I didn't know, and for me it was uh, very difficult to answer that questions
No,
because
but don't problem.
I misunderstood everything.
Hmm.
But I have,
Congratulations, but don't worry, teachers. You
but
can
I
do
am
it.
okay. But I'm practicing a lot. I'm practicing. Today I have developed two two quizzes of reading, and I begin to practice more reading because I think that it's very important to develop that skill. And I need to improve more, learn more vocabulary, and to be more advanced in English. And I will get it. And please tell me, how are you, Vanessa? Vanessa, we are not listening you. Olga, hi, how are you? How are you today?
Hi, tutor. Excellent, tutor.
That's
And
great. That's great, Olga. I feel so glad to have you here today in this great encounter. Today will be a great encounter, Olga, to enjoy.
yes, tutor. I know that you always prepare something special for us.
Okay, but I have to confess you something. I have done a lot of tasks this week, so I didn't took a good time to develop a good lesson plan. So that was the reason that I have a delay today. I was arranging everything for the encounter.
Yes, tutor. I understand. I know that many people think that it's easy to stay
No.
in front of the screen and talk with the student, but I know that it requires a lot of preparation. You need to study, you need to organize the material, and I know what you feel, and for that reason, I don't want to work.
Working is hard. Yesterday, with the another group, we didn't have any speaking encounter because I was working and I le, and I have left my work too late, too later yesterday. And yesterday was I was unable to develop the speaking encounter, and I'm so sorry for that with the another students.
Yes, tutor. But I don't understand, tutor. Yesterday you didn't do the encounter because you were tired or the student were tired.
Yesterday, no, because I had finished my work too later. I
Ah,
have to
okay.
work a lot. Yes, but I'm going to put them an activity to recover that points because they can lose that points. Okay.
Yes, yes, tutor. Yes, yes, yes. It's very important to be to respect the grades of the student because I know that part is very important for a student. You know. Uh,
Yes, I know. I am a student too, and I know the importance. of
Yes,
having good grades. Yes.
yes, tutor.
Olga, and what did you do during this day? Please tell me.
No, tutor, I only want to tell you that I have an opportunity to start as a teacher at university here in Yopal.
Wow, that's amazing. And so you begin to teach English.
No English. I have another career.
Subject.
Another career is good. Is a good word. Yes, another career.
Yes.
Another degree.
Another degree, another subject.
Another degree. I am a economist. Economist. Yes. I finished my career like economics, and I was working for a long time. But after that, I got married, and now I studied this other career, this other degree as bachelor degree. And I know that I have possibilities to start to teach, but I don't want to teach English. I want to teach my career in English. You understand?
Oh, it's more amazing, I think, because it's a great opportunity for you to put in practice all the knowledge that you have regarding to that field, economic field, and put in practice your English. I think that you will have more competence in
Yes,
the.
tutor. Yes, yes. And I know that that's the difference with the other teacher, that I offer something different. Yes, I am not only an English teacher. I have the skill to teach, for example, microeconomía, macroeconomía,
Wow.
bueno, okay, that topic like that, or math. I will be. I am good teaching math, but I know that I need to spend a lot of time organize the material, preparing the classes, and I don't want to avoid my responsibility here in my home with my baby. You understand me, too.
Yes, Olga.
I am not single like you, because you only, if you have a lot of job, you can you can do job. You only have a girlfriend, no more. It's not not
Yeah,
so important.
Olga,
Hmm.
you're right. You're right. I will have children. For me, I think that it were almost impossible to study and work at the same time because sometimes I think that children requires a lot of attention and time. You have to spend a lot of time with them because
Yes,
love and other things that they need.
yes, tutor, and I don't want that they always happen in at homes in this moment in different houses, that the father and the mother all day study, no, sorry, working all day, and when they came back at night, their babies are sleeping, and the parents are so tired, and they don't have to time for share with the babies, with the children. I know, I don't know. I don't want the same for for my kids, and that's the fear that I don't want to get a job. I think my husband can give me money. I don't need money.
No, but finding and having a job, Olga, I think that you can have more projects in your life and help you to feel more confident about yourself. I think
Yes, tutor.
it
Yes,
helped
yes,
you a lot.
yes, tutor. I'm thinking, but I think that this year I don't want to start to teach. Maybe next at the other. Okay.
I don't know. I think that when I finish this this course, pedagogical experience too, I'm going to ask for continuous teaching classes by these kind of encounters because I love it. I love the way to improve the opportunity that I have to practice my English. I really love it, and I
Teacher,
love. Oh,
teacher, I have a question. This encounter is for a special subject at the university. Is not you are not hired for the university. You don't receive money. You are not.
oh.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
I would like to receive money for these encounters, but no, only is for the course pedagogical experience too. It's a course. Okay, that is a course that you are, if you continues working in this great bachelor degree in English, you will have to develop this course and you will be responsible of, you will have the responsibility to foster and manage these speaking encounters. You have to make all the lessons plans that, and you
Oh,
have,
teacher.
it's a hard
I was
course.
lost. I was lost. I thought that you are earn money with us.
Oh no, no, no. I am a student and I am
You're doing the
working.
practice. You're doing
Yes, I am making my practices for the course pedagogical experience too. And for me has been a great pleasure to have students like you and everybody here in this course. I love you a lot.
I love you so much. But teacher, the other option is to teach in a school in a presential way. Yes, that's the other option.
No, I'm going to explain that. And that's the way that you are telling me is the first pedagogical experience. It's pedagogical experience one. Uh, you have to teach in in a face-to-face environment. So you have to look for an institution, a
For a
public
school.
institution, yes, something like that, Olga. Um, and it's not possible to do the same with the pedagogical experience too. You have to work in these speaking encounters in online environments.
Oh,
Yeah.
teacher, it's so complicated to get this
Um,
degree.
yes, you have to fight a lot to get your degree in Bachelor of English
No.
because this course I really think that is hard because but it's great for you. I'm sure that you will enjoy it a lot, this course. You will learn a lot of this course, and I hope that when you will be making this kind of encounters, i I would like to see your performance.
Tutor, every day when we talk about the degree, about the
Yeah.
career, I always feel more worried because
No.
no, the last time you talk about the terrible exam that you had to do, the septum, I was worried all the time because I thought,
No,
well,
Olga,
if my
Olga, the
tutor
set.
speaks that well and he got A2, think about me. I was worried about that. And now
No.
I have to do that one. No, tutor, no.
No, Olga, don't
I
worry
will be
about
depressed.
it. Olga, did you
Yes,
watch my last report? I have.
yes. I saw different times and
Okay,
I
and
see
I
you
was
can.
so happy for that, Olga, because my speaking was C1,
Excellent. Yes, I see.
my writing was B2.
Yes.
But the only thing was the reading part. The reading part, that was my first report, and I
Yes.
thought that was my total score, A2. A2. I thought that was my definitely score, and I was very disappointed about me. But and I feel so sad. But no, I have to practice, Olga. You have to practice. You speak very. very good in an excellent way, I think. And maybe during the courses that you are going to study during the career, you have to develop a lot of writing tasks, so you will develop good competence for writing, and only you have to read, practice reading, because imagine, Olga, when I began my bachelor degree in English, I didn't have the opportunity to participate in these speaking encounters, because these encounters are new in the
Yes,
career.
yes, I
Yes,
know.
are new, and it's a great opportunity that you have to practice your speaking. And I know when you will be finishing this career, you will be a good competence for communication in
I will be a
speaking.
master teacher. I will be a master.
Yes, you will be master. Okay,
Okay.
be sure of that, Olga. And
Uh,
you when you present the exam was really easy. Okay, but the hard part was reading part for me, because I have,
a lot of new vocabulary. Okay.
yes, new
Oh,
vocabulary, but it's not difficult. It's not difficult. The only thing is reading, because there
okay.
are a lot of words that you don't know, but it's normal because we are learning.
Okay.
Okay, I would like to greet Jessica. How are you? Hi,
Hi, teacher.
Jessica.
Fine.
That's
Hi.
great. Yeah. Please tell me, how was your day?
Oh, teacher. These days are very crazy
Why are
because,
so crazy?
yes, we are in the prayers of the Lord of Miracles.
Oh,
Then we have many activities during
the
during the
day.
day. Day is terrible, but I
Oh,
am into it.
so you're so
Yes.
tired, I imagine.
Yes, teacher, and I think the next Wednesday I won't be I won't be here
Oh,
because
thank you. No,
we have an
but
activity with musicians.
okay.
Then
Don't worry
I
for
am
that,
yes I am the
Jessica.
responsible about the food for musicians and
Yes,
the activity it's at night. Then I think it's impossible no for
to participate.
yes, don't give the food for that people is impossible. Then
Don't don't worry. As you know, I always put, for the people who tell me, or who tell me, "Hey, teacher, I can't participate today because I put them an activity to recover their points. If you
okay,
don't say me that, I will put you a zero." Okay? But
okay,
thank you for that. Don't worry. I'm going to put you an activity according to the
okay,
topic that we are going to study, and I will give you a feedback. Okay? Don't worry for that.
okay, teacher.
Remember, tomorrow I will be sending you an email about the final exam, okay, that we are going to develop for these speaking encounters. The final exam, you will have the opportunity to present it the next week, and the part of the the next week and the another next week. I don't know. Okay, you will have the opportunity to schedule your the date that you would like to present your exam. Okay, it's not in on the terminate hour. Be free to choose a good day to present your exam, and if and get ready. It will be very easy and enjoyable, I think. Thank you very much, Jessica, to share with us about your day. And
Welcome.
okay. I would like to begin with this great encounter today. As I was telling you, today my delay was because I didn't have time to prepare my lesson plan. So this lesson plan, I don't know, will be amazing because we are going to talk a great familiar topic that is education. Today we are going to take the topic of education. We are going to share about the experiences that you have as a teacher. If you are not a teacher, don't worry. Don't worry for that because you are going to participate about the strategies. You are going to share about the strategies that you would like to implement in your classes when you will be a teacher of English. Okay, so I'm sure that you will enjoy this great speaking encounter. First of all, I would like to ask to Vanessa. Vanessa, you are a teacher right now. You work as a teacher. Uh, I have a question for you. How do you encourage students to feel motivated in the classroom and keep motivation to learning English? What kind of
Well,
activities do you develop, the strategies that you develop in your classroom?
well, the activities that develop in the class, for example, listening to music, uh, uh, watch a movie, and the motivations that they told them is that if they're prepared to study English in that moment, uh, they need it. They need it because now in whatever career, in whatever work that you are developed, you needed to speak in English. You needed to know basic English because it is necessary. So for there is a good motivator. Actually, my students told me that this is the first times that they had a good teacher. I feel very, very comfortable, very, very happy with me because they consider that I'm a good teacher and they're very happy and they wants to take the class with me. Some students told me that want to study English, that want to speak English, that want to do it all in English. So for me, that's good. I just begin to be a teacher in that years and to listen that my students and me is proud. So it's necessary to motivate the class or even in the front of the teachers because actually uh, there are some teachers that just go to the school, just teach and don't take about the importance the student needed. So it's for that activity to do role plays, listen to music, watch a movie, speak a lot, realize on conversations, drama conversations. They really, really enjoy it. And they feel so happy for that because they told me that's the first time that we did that. The last years, the last teachers just teach about the verb to be, verb to be, verb to be, and you
Yes.
teachers you teach us a different topic, a different lessons in a different ways that we captivated about that. And for me, that's a proud. For me, that's a proud, and it's a good. I don't know how to say. Uh, well, okay, develop. It's a good develop for my students. So I don't know to say what else.
I think that you are making a good labor as a teacher because, first of all, you use didactical resources that the students can have a good interaction in the classroom, and the most important things that they allow them to enjoy, such as music, because I think that youngsters, and they love different songs nowadays in English. They don't
Yeah.
have how that songs means, and I think that teaching with this kind of songs is a great opportunity for them to learn and achieve good knowledge and competence in English. You are making well, I think.
Yes, and my student of the sixth grade, I I do exercise in English, and they very love that and love enough. And for there is very funny to do exercise in English to raise have the hands or up her hands. So for there is very funny to my student of sixth grade. And the rest of my students, they're very happy with me, and for me, it's a pleasure to be there. For me, obviously, it's my first experience as a teacher because before I I was an assistant administrator,
Yes.
so the change was very drastic, but I love it. I love teaching and I love that.
Vanessa, will you allow do you allow your students to suggest you some activities for
Yes, yes,
learning?
yes, yes. Yes, yes, of course. They told me teachers do that activities. Teachers today we have to do that exercise. Teachers don't tell us the grammar. Just speak, speak, speak. Uh,
They had grammar, I think, as me.
so I try to catch that ideas and try to do the activity very different, right? That they're very loved, but it's necessary to teach the grammar. It's very important because I can avoid that part of the English because it's necessary, and
Okay.
that they can learn some expressions, meeting expressions, do questions, and something like that. So, and for that, they needed to practice the grammar. They needed to know what we have to say, what or how or which the double questions, and they want to speak English now, but they don't want to know the grammar. So it's very difficult for them, but they love it. They love it, and they understand when it's necessary to speak to teach the grammar and then to realize some activities using that grammar.
Okay. I have a question. Olga, what do you think about the things that Vanessa are sharing with us? Eh, and are you agree to be flexible with our students to allow them to suggest activities when we are teaching? What do you think about it?
Yes, tutor. I think that Vanessa has a huge experience, and she knows that the student may say what they want to do, and it's a good idea to change the activities because the idea is that the students are motivated all the time, and it's necessary to do different things. For example, like she said, do activities with songs, and then do a role play or performer. The idea is to skill the different skill different sorry, to develop the different skills, and the best is to do different activities that the student really enjoy it.
Oh, yes, that's the idea. Jessica, what do you think about the enjoyment in the classroom? That the students enjoy their English classes. Vanessa has shared with us that her students don't like to study grammar. They prefer speaking classes. What do you think let students to feel motivated? in the classroom?
Teacher, as Vanessa said, a very, very important word, motivation. I think we need to have a plan of classes about topics, some activities. It's necessary, but we need to know what are the needs and the interest from students, because if you are enjoying something, you can learn about that. But if you are bored, if you
Or
are bored,
yes.
you are losing your time, because it's impossible. If you are boring, you are thinking in other things. You are wishing finish quickly when I
Yeah.
when this finish. But uh, as my partners say, the motivation is the most important, because it's necessary. It's really necessary to have the topics, but it's necessary to create strategies for catch
The
the
retention.
students' attention.
Retention. Jessica, I have a question for you. And you have told me that you work as a teacher sometimes. Okay.
Yes.
What kind of activities do you develop with your students to make them feel motivated in the classroom, in the process of learning? What kind of activities do you develop for to achieve that?
Okay. First, in my work, I have groups from 4 years to 24 years, more or less, because there are different groups. Then, with children, normally I like to tell stories because they enjoy really. They enjoy the stories. I like to show them some images about the stories too. I like to sing. I like to play. I like to paint and draw because they enjoy the things. And I like to listen them because normally they say things incredible things that you never imagine. And I like to, with children, the activities are more with practice, uh,
Practical.
practice, and with
Practical.
practical. Thank you. And with young people and adults, I teacher for me that word is
Adult.
adults,
Adults. Adult.
adults,
Adults.
adults. Normally, I like to use, for example, I like to uh, allow them to read something about values. For example, I like to make some activities, some exercise with the body in groups, and uh, I am discovering that people enjoy really to use technological resource. Then I am using in this moment a page named Kahoot. When you
Kahoot?
can create Kahoot,
What
Kahoot,
is that page?
Kahoot, that it is the name Kahoot, and you can create quizzes.
What
And
is Kahoot? I'm going to look her on the internet because it looks an amazing resource to use with the students. Kahoot?
yes, Kahoot, and you
Kahoot.
can create your own quizzes, and they can participate from their cell phones. It's like I don't know what is the name. Um, I don't competence. It's like a competence, and in Kahoot they shows the score from every person or from every work, and it's very
Useful.
yes. I don't know how to say. but they really enjoy that that activity. Normally, they say me, "Teacher, please do some activity with Kahoot," because
you have
they
you have to you must give us the link of Kahoot in the chat.
I am searching.
But because I am eager to know Kahoot, and it sounds like a great tool.
Oh my God, sorry, I am searching.
Okay, Kahoot. Um, Jessica, so you use technology. I noticed that you use technology for teaching your students. It's a good strategy to keep them motivated.
Yes, and I think it's very necessary because the books are important, but we need to prepare the students for work and for move in a technological work, because if you are studying, if you are working, everything, if you want to buy some clothes, for example, you can use technological resource. And I think it's very, very important to teach students to use technological resource to show different page, not only Facebook, Instagram,
That
and Twitter. More and other uses for for
you
internet,
for
not only for
internet.
chat.
Oh, that's great.
I am
That's great. Eh,
Yes.
It's a
I will
greater.
be. I will send the link, but I don't find.
Okay, thank you very much. Please send
But
us the link. Well,
I don't. I am. Oh my God.
I'm going to ask to Olga. Olga, okay, here's Kahoot. Kahoot, I'm going to
Yes.
visit that page. Olga, I have a question for you. You are not a teacher. You are not a teacher right now. But what kind of activities would you like to develop with your students? What kind of strategies you do you think that you could use if you were a teacher of English?
Tutor. I am a teacher in this moment because I teach my babies, okay, at home. And the strategy that I use is that if they don't do the activities, I don't give you the tablet on weekend, okay? They will be punished. But I know that with my student it doesn't work. Yes, in
Yes.
the punishment. And but with them, I think that for me it's very important to use excellent materials, because good materials will help me with the class. For example, I need to use CDs with excellent pronunciation, and
Mhm.
textbooks with not a lot of grammar, but the important part of the grammar, and with different exercises. For example, role plays, performers, or for children, activities like draw, join, match. Different exercises, practicing the vocabulary and practicing different structures that allow them to talk in English. Yes,
Yes.
for me it's very important the materials. I don't know how to do a class without
Material.
without material. No, tutor. I didn't do a lot of things. No, I know to explain, for example, numbers or the ABC or something like that. But for high levels, I think that I need to organize very well the activities that I need to develop. And first, it's very important to teach them the grammar. And because it's impossible to speak if you don't have the structure in your mind. And
Yes.
I read a lot, and many people that write about how to learn a second language recommend that the best way is only listening, but like the way that you learn Spanish. But for me, it's not possible because Spanish, you live surrounded by people speaking Spanish all the time. But when you speak in English, you only be surrounded only 1 hour or 2 hours with that language. And the way that you need to teach is different than the way that you are learn Spanish.
Yeah.
Okay. And for me, grammar is essential.
Grammar is essential. I think the same as you. But I am that kind of people who think that it's better when you learn by listening and and try to pronounce the words that you listen by repeating. I think that is a good method to achieve a good competence of English. But as a great example of the importance of study grammar is my exam that I had yesterday. I have lots because grammar um, and there are unknown words that I don't know how to what they means, but I think that essentially was also for grammar structure. So it's very important to learn grammar to speak well in a good way and make our speech more more attractive. I think do not make mistakes while we are transmitting our messages by speaking. The messages must to be clear and giving or transmitting our messages with a good composition of grammar is better because everybody will understand your ideas and your thoughts, Olga. It's a great point that you have explained with us. And also, I like the way that that you have shared with us the strategy to use CDs for give them to students in this kind your children to listen a foreign or a native speaker. It's a great opportunity for them because they will get more familiar with the English, with the right pronunciation, and another useful things that we need when we are learning English. Olga, it's very important that point.
What point, tutor?
To use audios, original
Ah,
audios.
yes,
In your case,
yes,
it
yes,
is.
tutor. I say because I have the experience with my kids. I sometimes I'm very busy doing my tasks or my chores, okay? And I say, please listen the CD and practice. And then I need to check about your pronunciation, about your new vocabulary, and they do an excellent job. I'm really amazed. And sometimes when I say a word and it's incorrect, my babies tell me, "Mom, it's not the right
You
pronunciation."
you have to
Sometimes it
listen
happens.
the CD.
Yes, yes, because my accent is very Latin and the CD is perfect. They are from England, and I
Yeah,
love it. I love it.
it's great. I have the opportunity to listen CDs. And and it's a great opportunity to learn new vocabulary because you can develop good skills to learn the word very quickly and the right pronunciation is great, Olga. Well, my students, we are going to the next step for this great encounter. For this step, you are going to read an article about the strategies of teaching in our classroom. The idea is that you read a paragraph. It's an opportunity for you to practice reading, and you will give your point of view about the paragraph that you have read. Okay? Uh, I'm going to share you my screen right now. Wait a moment. I was. Wait a moment. Here is my screen. Here is Kahoot, the page that Jessica have shared with us. And she has told us that in this page is for create games. Jessica, It's true.
Yes, teacher, you can uh, create quizzes. Normally, I make quizzes, but you have to sync up with
Google or
yes, with Gmail, with your Gmail, and you can create. And the students have a number, and with that number, they can access
okay.
to
When I
your
create an activity, the activity gives me
account. Yes,
a code, and I
Yes.
give the code to the students, and they put the code here, and they can enter.
yes, and
That's
they can
amazing.
participate and can be an what is the name synchronic activity. And
Oh, I'm going to discover that
yes,
tool.
it's very funny, and you can you can practice everything because you can. And there are some quizzes uh, done, and you can use it too for your classes.
Okay, this week I'm going to. Hmm, I have to register, I think. Okay. Wait a moment. Well, my students, here is the lesson plan that I have prepared. Sorry for that. I don't like it, but today was sometimes we have to do that, but it's not. We don't have to make it with a good frequency to let everything for the last time. So I have prepared this lesson plan in the last time. Sorry for that, my students. Okay, but we are going to enjoy it. Okay, I'm sure of that. I'm going to put my screen more bigger, no more bigger. Okay, we were studying that in one lesson. So as I was explaining you, we have to read a paragraph, and you are going to tell me your opinion about what do you think about the importance of these strategies. Okay, look at mistake here. Okay. Oh no, sorry for that, my student. Sorry. Okay. um Vanessa, please read this first paragraph and give
Okay.
us your opinion.
Um, Wait a moment. Yes. Okay. Know your students. Increase your understanding of who your students are, their educational experience. If your students have been in U.S. school for several years, educated in their country of origin, are literature or not in their may provide you with a better understanding of their educational ways to support them.
Okay. What do you think about make a, I don't know, a recognition of our students to know what are the culture that other students have, if they have knowledge in English. What do you think about recognize other students to make an overview about the position that other students has, the backgrounds, that is the culture and the society that there is around them? What do you think about it?
Okay, I can understand. I don't know if it's correct. The point is that if what is my opinion about the students that study English or practices English and have a good educational experience, is that the point?
Yes, know your students. um, Imagine if you try. you are working now as a teacher in a school, and
Yes,
imagine that you in the future you have to go to study here in Medellin, maybe. How much do
yes.
you think is important to get familiar with the environment where your students live? Okay,
Okay,
the
okay, yes.
culture.
Cultures, I don't know, some important festivals or meet or some that they have to enjoy it. Made very familiar and funny and enjoy the class that.
Yes, Vanessa.
That's
Thank
our
you. Okay, thank you
okay.
very much. Jessica, please, um, please read the second one paragraph and tell us your opinion.
Okay. Be aware of their social and emotional needs. Understanding more about the students' families and their needs is key. When ELS have siblings to care after school, possibly live with extended family members, or have jobs to help support their families. Completing homework assignments will not take priority. Okay, I think it's necessary to understand the person and the group, especially when there are teenagers. Teenagers for me are oh my god, because normally I am speaking from my experience with teenagers, because normally they change their emotions very quickly. They are
Yes.
love, and in other minute they are crying or
Oof.
fighting, and sometimes it's very difficult to find the strategy for motivate them. But I think it's necessary really to think in their needs. And other thing is because normally the teachers, we are some relaxing, and sometimes we want to have easier our job. Then we search for everything, for any activity, for the faster activity, for the easier activity, for do our job quickly. With
Yes.
yes, and we really need to think about the needs of the students, and not only our our what our I don't know, our
In-
wishes.
Interests or something like that.
Yes, our interest.
Jessica, you have told us something very important.
Some
Sometimes happen. I don't have the opportunity to teach to students in a school, but I
yes,
think that sometimes people is usually that has problems in their homes with parents and friends, and sometimes they go to the school. They maybe can feel sad. They don't want to receive classes. They feel bored in the during the class. And we as a teachers, I think that we have a good we have to develop a good labor to by identifying these kind of problems that we have in our students, the problems or issues that our students are facing in the moment. So we have to be as a kind of psychologist, okay, for the students
yes,
and give them opportunities during the class to change their emotions, okay? That they could enjoy more the classes. They have to let the problems, to forget the problems during the class, okay? Because it it will provide them to better understanding, enjoy more the class. You have told us something very great, and it's my appreciation about the things that you have shared with us.
Yes, teacher. Teacher, when before I was teacher in Escuela Nueva Methodology
Yeah.
here in
Oof,
a
it's
rural school.
let me tell you something about it. That I think that that kind of way to teach people is hard because I have the opportunity to study primary school in a new school methodology, and had a teacher for all grades, and I don't know. Thanks to God, I am able to read and write, but I think that is a hard labor for teachers who face that methodology. Sorry for my interruption, but go ahead.
Yes, and in that school I was teacher for kindergarten, first grade, and fourth grade. And in kindergarten, there was a child, and he was from a very poor family, and he was very, very aggressive.
I
That
did.
was my first pedagogical experience, my first job. Then the first time when he was aggressive, I used to choke him too,
Yes.
for try to control the situation, and it's impossible because he was he was hungry. He was walking for 2 hours or more, and normally we are teachers. We as teachers, we don't know the really situation, the situations from some students. We think for everyone is easy the situation, and you really know uh, a very terrible things there.
Okay. Thank you very much, Jessica, for your opinion. Um, Olga, could you read this paragraph for us and tell us your opinion, the fourth paragraph?
And what about the third? No, the
Oh,
third.
the third.
Increase your understanding of first and second language acquisition. No, that one, no?
No,
Only
no.
number
We
four.
go ahead with the fourth that I found this is more interesting.
Okay. A student need to
I don't know.
SWRL
This is
every day in every class. The domains of language acquisition, speaking, writing, reading, and listening need to be equal exercise across content areas daily. Assuring that the students are using all the domains of language acquisition to support their English language development is essential. The idea is that during a class, we need to develop different activities because the student needs to develop their skills like speaking, reading, writing, and listening on a second language. And for that reason, it's necessary to prepare different activities that allow them to improve their knowledge in English. That's the idea, tutor. And I don't
yeah.
know why, tutor, but I can hear a very noisy on. I
My
don't know where. your microphone or something like that. There is doing a special noisy, but
My microphone.
I don't know. No, now, but when I was talking, there was a lot of noisy, but no, no. Okay, but the idea is that one. Okay, the idea is to do different activities because where teachers have a big problem. Each teacher have a specialty. For example, some teachers are very good in speaking, and others are very good in grammar. Others are good in writing, and they try to develop the same skill in the student, but it's not good. The idea is that all the skills need to be improved at the same level during the class. Yes, tutor? Are you agree or disagree?
I was with my microphone disavailable.
Yes, yes, tutor, I
I
saw that.
was I was speaking fluently, Olga.
Okay, tutor. For example, your best ability is speaking, and you are doing an excellent job with us. But I don't know what happened with the other skill, tutor.
You have to practice a lot, Olga. I have to practice grammar. I have
For
to.
example, tutor, for me is more easier, no, sorry, is easier grammar. Because as I tell you before, I study at Colombo Americano, and all the time I study grammar, a lot of vocabulary, grammar, and that I feel very strong in that ability. But when I need to speak, I hesitate sometimes a lot. On listening, not now, but listening, it was a very difficult part for me. I remember that when I start to listen to programs in English, I didn't know what they're talking about. I was lost, completely lost about that because it's not my skill at the beginning. Okay.
But we have to practice. We have to practice a lot because, as an example, if I watch a movie in English, I am able to understand one 80%, I think, not the 100%. But I am able. I have a good competence for listening, I think, but I have to improve it more. Okay, Olga. I have a question for Vanessa. Vanessa, according to the topic that Olga has shared with us, how do you how do you encourage students to develop the four skills of language? What kind of activities did you develop with them?
Okay, translate
At the,
some story, translate some, do the exercise for to
wait,
improve the
wait a
grammar.
moment, Vanessa. Wait a moment, please. Do you translate Spanish articles with them?
No, in
I would
English.
like to
In
interrupt you.
Spanish.
I have developed a course. I have developed a course in this great bachelor, and I recommend you that course a lot. This course, you can see this course on intersemestral. Okay, this course is called Translation Techniques. Oof, this course is amazing. You will love it because you have to translate. Have you watched that course?
No, yet.
No. Okay, if you
No.
have the opportunity, if you see that course, when you are inscribing your subjects, take it as is my recommendation, because you will learn how to translate articles. And I'm not an
Okay.
expert translating, but it's amazing because you put improve your English, the ability that you have to translate words from Spanish to English or vice
Spanish.
versa. To
Okay, but
It's a good
in
activity.
two case, eh, what is better? Spanish to English or English to Spanish?
I
answer English to Spanish because first they are looking the word in English.
yeah.
Second, they have to find the word in English in the dictionary. And third, they learn that word obviously the means because sometimes told me when they are going to write something in Spanish for them is very difficult. They don't have maybe the idea how to put the orders, the orders in grammar. So for them, I noticed that it's easier translated the English to Spanish uh, than to Spanish to yes, Spanish to English. For me, it's more easy that I don't know, but that topic is the translated something is better. It's good. It's good opportunity to a student to develop that and to the speaking skills. I consider, well, I don't know. When I study in the Colombo,
Mm.
like I said, because it's grammar. But it is speaking, it's more easy. I don't know. It's more easy to try to communicate it because now it's common to speak than to write some letters or to write something in English or is not as usual to
Okay.
communicate letters or about notice. I don't know. So obviously it's impact to develop the speaking skill is obviously is, I don't know have the 80% of the skills to to develop.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you very much, Vanessa, for your opinion. Thank you very much. Um, and we are going to continue here. Okay. As the final point that I have for this encounter, I'm going to make you a questions about education. You're going to remember for the first question. I'm going to ask you this question not to remember how was your for as an example. The first question says, did you enjoy going to elementary school? And Jessica, please answer that question for me. The idea is that you remember how was your childhood when you were studying in your primary school, and if your teacher were bad, and will will be a kind of evaluation for your teacher in that time. Please tell me how was your experience.
In elementary school, but okay, I remembered we have uh, many activities in my time. We have a lot of complementary subjects because we learn about mathematics,
Yeah.
Spanish, social science, yes, the normal subjects. But we have other courses for develop different skills. We have music. We have music. We had I don't know what is the name. Care the environment. Care the plants. I don't know
Yes.
what is the name. We had about life first health, and we was children, but we had a lot of activities. And when I was in elementary school, we have only one teacher for all subjects. Then we learning everything in a whole context, because maybe we are in Spanish class, but there was a topic about maths, and teacher uh, use used that topic for the class, or we are in arts, and there was something about other subject, and we learn everything very, yes, in a very, I don't know what is the name, in a very wall, like all the knowledge was together. We have different notebooks,
Oh,
but we
yeah.
have, yes, I don't know, was very different, and as as the way is in this moment,
As
because,
now. It's different
yes,
than nowadays.
sorry,
You could say it's different than nowadays.
it's different than now
Nowadays.
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 Yes,
You can use that word. Go
I don't
ahead.
know.
I have interrupted you.
No, no more. That's all.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. I noticed that you have had a good elementary school. Maybe you have done a lot of activities, but that's the idea to learn. I think that the teachers have a challenge when with primary school, because as Jessica was telling us, children, they have to learn a lot of things, such as, I think that the most difficult is learning to read and learning to write. I think that these are the most difficult skills that the teachers has to teach to, in this case, children. Okay, Vanessa, did you have the opportunity to teach and to teach to write or to read to students?
Mm, well, in the, I don't know how to say, uh, bachillerato.
Yes.
Now in that part of the schools, the students know to read, although they know how to pronounce some words, but students try to read it and try to imagine all the pronunciation. And that's the idea that I have the opportunity to learn, that they explain to me the words, the pronunciations. Sometimes I begin to read a text, and then I read the first part of the text and then repeated that part because they needed to, like, this is the pronunciation. And that's all. That's all. That's the opportunity that I have to my students to try to that part, and also to write English, just in that
Okay.
case.
Okay. Thank you. Olga, I have a question for you. I think that this question is very, very interesting. Where, okay, this question is very, and I think that controversial. Where do we learn the skills necessary to become a good student? In elementary, middle, or high school?
Okay, tutor. I think that it can be different for each person. In my case, for example, I learn the skills to become a good student in high school. In elementary, I remember that I was a good student, but no like when I did my first career. at that level, I understand that it was my profession, and I need to
Yes.
study, and I need to focus on
Wow.
my on the knowledge that I need to acquire for be a good a professional when I finish the career. And that moment, I be aware that it was necessary to learn and to improve my skills about to be a good student. But with my kids, they have my company, my tutor during all the time. I'm trying to teach them how to be a good student now in elementary school. Yes, because my idea is when they go to the middle and high school, they are prepared and I disappear. I can do another things. I don't want to teach how to develop how to be good at the in their academic process.
Yeah, that's right, Olga. Um, Jessica, this question is for you. Why it's sometimes very difficult to speak another language, and in our case, English?
I
What do
think
you
it, sorry,
Okay? What do you think is very difficult sometimes? That
I think it's difficult because we know about some kind of grammar, some kind of intonation, some kind of pronunciation, and when we begin to learn another language, we have uh, to change uh, all that things because we need to make an, I don't know, in psychology I think the name is accommodation. I don't know if that word exists in English.
we
Accommodation, I
have to
don't know.
we have to research that word.
Yes, and we
To-
need mm, to change all the knowledge, and especially for speak because we we have special accents, very exotic accents from we are, and when we begin to speak uh, punctual, speak other language, you have to put your, for example, teeth, cloth. You have to put your tongue and your teeth, and you have maybe to think in phonetic for do it. Well, I think I don't know. And we if we are speaking in a general context, it's because we have to change the knowledge about language.
that's great opinion, Jessica. Thank you very much. I have another question for Jessica. And I think that Jessica, Vanessa, it's for Vanessa because Vanessa is a teacher. Vanessa, what do you think about curiosity in students? What do you think?
Okay, it's funny. It's funny to listen some students to to ask questions about something that you are like, okay. And sometimes in my English class, they always ask me, why, teacher? Why we have to pronounce that in that way? Why we have to write in that way? Teacher, why? Because if in Spanish we write different, why we have to put in the certain the word in English? And I because why? Because why? Why? Yes. And so for that is very funny because I don't have another answer, and I just tell that if you have to do it, just do it. Don't tell me why, just do it.
Okay,
And
And I think that
Very hard.
that kind of questions are very difficult because mm, it's the language of English. I'm sure that
Yes,
if a native language speaker try to learn Spanish, they will feel the same feeling.
the same way.
They
Yes,
will be asked the same questions. Why they have to write and change the words and then change the right pronunciation?
yes, yes, yes,
I think,
yes, teacher.
but it's a great when
And
the student. It's great when the students
yeah,
ask questions.
yes, yes. The last class and students learn some verb, and the way that they learn that verb was to sing. They told me, teachers, I learned that verb, but the way that I learned just was for a sing, just was for a sing. So tell me, let me to sing that verb, because if you ask me what is the verb of past participle of the past, I don't remember, but I sing that verb, that song, I can tell you. And that was funny, because sometimes always ask the teacher, but why have to write in that way, and why to have to pronounce in different way. And that's very, I remember that, and that was very funny for that student. Mm.
Okay. Thank you very much, Jessica, for your opinion. And thank you for be here during this speaking section. I have enjoyed it a lot, this speaking section today. Although I didn't prepare it with a good time, I have enjoyed it. Okay, I was really afraid that you can today enjoy the speaking section because I didn't prepare it with a good time. So I think that we have enjoyed it a lot to share our point of view about the education and the strategies that we can develop to keep encouraging the students to practice and the process of learning. I think that we have enjoyed a lot and we have learning about each other today. I would like to give you thank you to be here. If you want to leave your comments here, go ahead, enter to this web page. I'm going to send you the link by the chat. If you want to let your comment, it's not mandatory. Okay, it's all for today, my students. Have a good weekend. Remember, tomorrow I will be sending you the guide of activities and the rubric for the final test. So please be attentive to your emails mm, to get familiar with the final test. It will be easy because you will be working on the same topics that we are studying here during these speaking sections. Only it will be an opportunity for you to practice. Okay. I hope that
Yes,
you
too.
have. Okay. Hope has a good weekend, my dear students, and see you the next week.
Okay, teacher, have
Thanks
a
a lot, tutor. Bye, partners. Enjoy your weekend.
Okay, bye bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you to be here.